There's another 4 trucks the same.
Well, what happened to security?
Well, they said they didn't see or hear anything.
Which means they're sleeping on the job.
Or they were in on it.
Either way, they're sacked.
Right. Do you want us to hire new ones?
No, I'll handle that. Your job is to get these trucks back on the road ASAP.
All right, boss.
No.
I spoke to Scott this morning. He's needed up on the development today. So do you want us to try and find another mechanic?
No, I'll have a talk to Scott, tell him where his priorities should be, and I'll start making sure this sort of thing doesn't happen again.
You know who did this, don't you?
Of course. I taught him his business methods.
He's got himself in a right state over Steph. I heard him all last night, up and down. He can't have got much sleep.
Well, it's not surprising. My kids have put me through plenty, but I don't know how I'd react if they were locked up in a psychiatric unit.
I don't think he's quite come to terms with it. And he's started to believe some of the strange things she says. Oh, love, we're not just gossiping. We want to help.
It's all right, Betty. I probably need all the help I can get. I just don't know what to do for the best.
Maybe you should just leave it to the doctors.
But she's my daughter. I want her to feel that I'm there for her if she needs me.
What she needs is qualified medical help. I heard what happened at the dinner.
She behaved very oddly.
Adam said she had one of her turns.
Oh, he's always making excuses for her. Even though she has said some terrible things about him.
Well, it must be very hard for him.
Yeah.
But if what she was saying was true, it would suit him for her to be put away for a long time.
She's ill, Alan. Maybe she has been for a few years. You know, it's not that she means to lie, but maybe some things are only true in her head.
I thought we had an agreement.
We have. I've got to finish this first, and I've got some sorting out of the development to do. I'll be over at the haulage yard later.
Time you got your priorities right, I expect value for money.
Yeah, so does Jimmy.
Difference is he might give you a second chance. I never do. A couple of security blokes let me down last night and I had to sack them on the spot. It'd be a shame if you had to go the same way.
I respond better to bribes than threats.
Tell Jimmy you can't fit him in till later. He's smart enough to think up some excuse.
OK.
Don't you think you should get some help round here? I can't chase you for every job.
Yeah, we'd understand each other.
If you're right, if it is all in her head, then there's not much hope.
Well, they can do a lot with modern treatments.
Well, she's due for assessment again soon to see if she's a danger to herself or to others. If they decide to section her again, she could be there for months or maybe years. What if Adam is a bigger danger than she is?
Do you really believe that?
Well, she always changes when he's around. Maybe if I could see her without him being there, I could answer that question.
Right, bye. Trucks will be on the road again by this afternoon. Need to pay for a few extra hours to get all the shipments in.
So, no real harm done?
Truck tyres cost big money. We can't afford to take many hits like this.
Well, we just have to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
Need to get a deterrent.
Nah, we don't need that kind of trouble. It'd be easier to persuade Carl he's making a mistake.
OK, we'll try it your way.
I'll get you a drink. A pint and a sherry, please, Paul.
OK. How's Steph?
I'm afraid the prognosis isn't good.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's hard, but I think I'm going to have to come to terms with the fact that she probably won't be home for a very long time.
if we all pull together, we can see her through.
I do hope so, Betty. I've just seen Alan heading off. Is he going
Yes,
to
the hospital. You needed to talk to Steph on her own.
Hiya! I've managed to get these tomes and books. How much have you two collected?
Not that much. We've been planning strategy.
Oh, that's fine. Just give me what you got and I'll take it to the village hall.
We haven't collected anything.
What? I thought you wanted to do something together for a good cause.
I had so much revision to do.
But what's your excuse?
I've been waiting for Jazz.
You promised me.
No, she promised.
Yeah, and you went along with it. This was supposed to be your way of making an effort.
Right, we'll start tomorrow.
Well, you said that yesterday. Look, I don't want any more excuses. Go on, get out there now. Please.
Thanks. Oh, come on, it'll be fun.
Ted? Hiya. Hiya. Did you talk to the police?
Yes.
Did you tell them you believe me?
I tell them what I know.
Oh, Dad, you don't believe me. That's why they haven't arrested Adam.
The only reason they haven't arrested him is because they've only got your word to go on. While you're in here, they'll have some doubts.
I might have guessed you couldn't help me.
I want to.
Yeah, not enough. I should have asked your mate.
What mate?
The little green geezer that always comes with you.
Is he here now?
Just kidding, Dad. Well, if you think I'm crazy, I might as well go along with you.
Steph, I want to believe you, but it's not easy. You've said and done some terrible things.
I know. But I told you the truth about my childhood. And you had to believe me in the end.
Yes, but then you told the police you were dropping the charges. Surely you can see it's not easy for me to believe you.
Dad, I dropped the charges because I didn't want to go through it all again in court. But I told you the truth.
Are you telling me the truth about Adam? Terence is my son. I need to know what happened to him. I need to know if I'll ever see him again.
I know you do, Dad. That's why I told you that Adam killed him. He hit him over the head. You've got to believe me. You're never going to see Terence again, Dad. I'm so sorry.
Have you finished them quotes for the Outward Band weeks?
Not yet. I have a few queries I wanted to check with you first.
It's all right, Mr. King. I've done them.
Thanks, Edna.
I knew you wanted them today.
That's very good of you, but I'd be grateful if you could take the time to explain it to Jean. She needs to be able to take it on. And I'd like her to feel proud of the team.
You want to see me, boss?
Yeah, I need to go into Hutton.
Oh, car's washed, ready to go.
You need to reply to the Chamber of Commerce invitation.
I'll handle that myself. I was thinking of asking Jean to accompany me.
I wouldn't have thought it was her sort of thing.
Well, it's a black tie do. Good food, fine wines. She strikes me as the sort of woman who'd enjoy that sort of thing.
Well, she might enjoy it too much, you know, get the wrong idea.
Oh, she's single, fancy-free. I could do worse. Collecting for Bosnia? You'll be telling me becoming a nun next?
No notice of him. No, I don't. Listen, I've got some more stuff upstairs. Yeah.
Why don't you stop picking on her?
Are you going to whip me your monkey wrench if I don't?
What? God, you're an ignorant pig.
At least I don't pretend to be something I'm not. Do you really expect me to believe you're gay?
You're just jealous because she cares about me more than you.
And what do you care about, Jasmine?
I wouldn't waste my breath telling you.
Not yet. But when you finally realise that what you really need is a bloke, I might be just what you're looking for.
Dream on.
Just what do you think you're playing at?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Truck tyres getting slashed.
Someone been sabotaging your business? Oh, that's shocking.
We know exactly who did it.
Well, I expect they've already been arrested then.
They will be if they do it again. I wouldn't have let anybody else off with a friendly visit, so do us both a favour and stop this right now. You got that?
Loud and clear.
Is everything all right? Fine. I'd just like to go now.
You don't like slumming it?
We managed to get quite a lot sorted out.
Who said you could give all this stuff away? You should ask people first. Oi!
Sorry, I didn't realise you wanted it.
I don't think you'd be that bothered about books. I must say, I'm surprised at your taste.
I didn't say it was mine, did I? I'm an ignorant pig, remember?
It gets worse. Right, come on. Best go and collect some more stuff, else Laura will be after us again. Thanks, Alice. See you. Bye.
Steph, even if you are telling the truth, and even if I believed you, this is not going to be easy.
Well, nothing's easy, Dad. But at least you can talk to the police again.
What about? They want proof.
Oh, Dr. Neeson has been encouraging me to paint, you know, as part of the therapy. Well, can't you see? That's how he did it.
That's not evidence, Steph.
What's going on?
Perhaps you'll recognise this.
You've got to stop encouraging her. And you've got to stop these wild fantasies.
I'm not going to stop until they get you for what you did.
It's okay, Steph. You've got to calm down.
Get your hands off me. I don't ever want you near me again.
Oh, haven't you done well?
Thanks. Most people were keen to help. Yeah, except my dad.
Oh, did he give you a hard time?
Oh, he was okay. Alice sorted out a lot of stuff for us to take.
Yeah, so I can see. Well, I'll leave you to pack it all away.
What was that book my dad got out of his prom about? I don't know. Probably about gambling, how to beat the odds. Not exactly.
Hi, Al. Just getting a few things to take into Steph.
How's she doing in there?
She's blaming everything on Adam.
Can't say as I'm surprised.
So you don't trust him either?
Of course I do. Oh, I just meant that, well, I got used to that with Zoe. The way that she turned on folk.
Well, Steph's made some very serious allegations against Adam.
Well, Zoe were just the same. I mean, ended up thinking that everybody were against her.
Yeah, maybe, but Steph can be very convincing.
No offence, Al, but I mean, there has to be a reason why she's in there. You can't trust anything she says.
Another bottle of that Bordeaux we had last week, please, Viv.
Excuse me, Glitter Knickers. I was here first. Mine first, or I tell Carl that Home Farm boycotts this shop.
You really think you're lady of the manor now you snag Carl, don't you?
Make a better job of it than you ever did.
But it was you who put him up to slashing those tyres.
That's slander.
So sue me.
Why pay for legal action when a smack in the gob is more effective?
Now, ladies, I'm sure we can sort this out amicably.
Well, you're wasting your time on trash like her.
Me trash? Your idea of being faithful is only to have one bloke in your bed at a time.
Right. Forget the wine. I'm going to make sure you regret this.
Glad I caught you.
Haven't got long. Tom wants to start planning the autumn schedules over coffee.
I need to talk to you.
Can't it wait till after work?
Not really. Look, it's about us. Coming clean.
I told you, it's too soon.
It might stop these misunderstandings with Tom.
There's been no harm, Dan.
You know he fancies you.
So what? I still got it, you know.
Doesn't it worry you?
It's just a bit of harmless flirting.
Well, I reckon it's more than that. He told me he were going to ask you to the dinner on Friday.
Probably wants me to meet a few business clients.
He were talking about you being single and fancy-free. And when I suggested that you might get the wrong idea, he said that he could do a lot worse. It's a bit awkward, him being our boss. I mean, if you were to tell him that we were a couple, he'd back off.
Probably easier to turn down the invite.
No, well, then he might just think that you're playing hard to get.
Don't worry, Terry. I can handle it.
Say again, please, Paul. Where'd you slope off to today?
I had a job to finish up at the haulage yard.
I thought Jimmy had booked you to work on the development.
Yeah, and I will get cracking with that first thing in the morning.
Word of advice, pal. Never put Matthew ahead of us again, or you'll lose the contract.
And you see, it's funny that, because he feels exactly the same way about you.
Well, whatever he said, don't go messing me around. Now get yourself up to the development and get the job finished.
On my way.
Can't get the staff these days.
You're not wrong.
Did you sort Scott out?
Yeah. Think he knows he won't be able to shortchange us?
Good. Sadie and Matthew are next on my list.
I thought he'd already marked their card.
After the way she spoke to me, I'm not going to be happy until I wipe that smirk right off her face.
It's a bit risky. They know it was me.
More fun.
Can you put that up for me?
Don't expect a family discount. It'll be the usual charge.
Mum, don't start. I've had a bad day.
Yeah, well, that'll be your conscience troubling you.
I don't have one.
Looking for an apprentice? You must be doing well.
Well, I thought I was. But I've ended up with Jimmy and Carl on one side and Sadie and Matthew on the other side, all threatening me to do their jobs first.
Well, it's just the same here. I had Sadie and Chaz at each other's throats. I didn't know what to do.
Well, that's what you get when families fall out. Eh? Maybe you should learn to be more forgiving.
We go for the surprise attack. There's loads of ways you can screw up a haulage company.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you can hack into the computers, mess up the routes, doctor a few radios, you know, nobble the drivers.
You got it all figured out, haven't you?
Well, it's a shame to let the army training go to waste. They're laughing at us.
Don't matter, as long as we have the last laugh.
You know, maybe you were right about toughening up on security. Paul, we'll have a lager with these, please.
Coming up.
Kane, we were hoping you might have a drink with us.
Oh, very sociable.
Little proposition to discuss.
What makes you think I'd want to do business with you?
You've always got your prize, Kane. The rest is just haggling.
Can I have a word with you before you go, Jean?
Have I done something wrong?
No, not at all. I was wondering if you'd like to come to dinner on Friday night. It's a business thing.
Oh, what a lovely idea. But unfortunately, I promised Dawn I'd babysit for her Friday.
Oh, pity. Well, perhaps Edna could step in.
I'd be pleased to, Mr. King.
Actually, I mean, could you babysit?
Oh, I see.
Dawn might be late home, and I don't think I can impose on Edna.
Oh, and I'm glad to hear it. I'm much better with dogs.
Well, some other time then, eh?
Bye.
We're looking to beef up our security. Are you interested?
I know what you pay security blokes won't get out of bed for it.
I'd be prepared to double it for the right bloke.
I'll think about it.
Don't play games, Kane.
Forget it. There's plenty of other thugs we can hire.
Yeah, but we need someone tonight. I can persuade him. We need a decision tonight.
Or maybe you just wanted an excuse to be alone with me.
Don't kid yourself.
You're the one that's doing that. You know you can't resist me.
I don't want you anywhere near me. You're an animal.
Well, I thought that was the attraction.
Yeah, well, maybe tonight you could be right. I think you're exactly what I need.
Now we're getting somewhere.
You see, certain people have annoyed me, and my guess is they'll be returning to the haulage yard again. I want them punished.
Right. How badly?
Well, let's just say that if they can walk away from it, I'll be disappointed.
And what's in it for me?
Matthew told you, twice the going rate.
And, how about a little bonus from you?
Everything all right?
It's fine. Kane and I understand each other perfectly.